my people, how you doing? Hope you are good. I just changed my mood, my screen mode to the dark mode, and I think I'm loving it. I am loving it. So guys, I did not come live, or I will not be coming live for some times. I need to get another phone because this my phone. Each time I'm on live stream, I'm not able to pick my call, I have to end my call, and it's really affecting me, affecting my staff, and affecting my customers. So that's why I don't want to disturb my phone. But I'll be dropping videos back to back, back to back, back to back for you. Just try and watch it. You can go to my YouTube and watch videos. You can watch it on my TikTok here. On my YouTube, if you go to my TikTok bio, the link to my YouTube is there, Aina's Corner. You can subscribe, watch, and share. I try as much as possible to make my chart look so simple, because the day I get to know that simplicity is the key to trading, that is the day that I'll stop struggling with the chart. Since the day that I know that simplicity is the key to trading has been the day that I stopped struggling with the chart. Now I come to the chart, wait for my time frame, do my thing, hit my TP or hit my SL. Either ways, but I don't struggle. I don't buy the buy and sell the sell. I buy when I'm supposed to buy and I sell when I'm supposed to sell. So let's get into it, guys. As you all know, that I have this indicator called zigzag on my phone. I have this indicator called zigzag, and this indicator does not tell me when to buy, neither does it tell me when to sell. Doesn't tell me where my exit point is, but it tells me where my TP should be. And this my zigzag, I only use it for my market structure. It gives me area where I have strong market structure, such as this type of zone here, this type of zone here. It shows me where I have my break of structure. And if the market is breaking structure to the upside, you and I know that that is uptrend, is a buying market. Is a buying market. I know that when the market is trending up, is a buying market, and when the market is trending down, is a selling market. So guys, let's dive into it quickly. Now here we have a break of structure here on our weekly time frame, even though this is not our proper break of structure, but the candlestick still closes. So let's just mark it out like that, and let's move to our daily time frame. On our daily time frame, what are we looking out for? We are looking out for the most recent break of structure. And I remember that I told my friends that I am no longer using the wick. Now I use the body of my candle. I told my friends that I don't use the wick, I use the body of my candle. And this is the wick. This is the wick. Why this is the body? So I'm not using this. I use this now, because I know that there is no how the market will not come back to this for a strong continuation. So I use that for my my break of structure. I use my close and no longer the wick. So on my daily time frame, I've done all that is needed to be done. Then I move to my 1 hour time and my 4 hours time frame. So on my 4 hours time frame, I am doing the same thing. I'm marking my recent break of structure, which is this. Like I said, I don't mark the wick, I mark the body. But if you check here, the market tested our wick here. The market tested our wick, then came back again to test our body. So that is why we prefer to use the body. No matter what, the market will come back to our body. And I dropped a message here yesterday. I said take a buy when the market breaks out from this our zone here. We have a zone here. Why do we have this zone here? The market has gotten to our point of interest, which is this purple line you are seeing here. This purple line here is our point of interest. Our market has gotten to it, but did market give us a rejection candle? My friend, no. Market did not give us a rejection candle. Rather, market give us a long body candle, not our normal indecision candle, our pin bar, our hammer, but this give us a full body kind of candlestick. So if we had entered from this point here, if we take our trade from this point here, then this market the stop loss would have been very large. So we did not take the market from there. Even while I'm recording, my phone is ringing. So we did not take the market from there. So we would rather prefer when there is a breakout from this zone here and a retest back. When we have a breakout here and we have a retest back to this zone, I said you can take your buy. That was what I said. I said when we have a retest breakout from that zone and a retest back, and I said if this candle, there was a candle forming yesterday, and that was, I think that was supposed to be our 9 o'clock candlestick. And I think this was our 9 o'clock, and was this our 9 o'clock, 5 a.m.? This is our 9 o'clock candlestick here, this one that we are seeing here. So this is not the type of candlestick that we are looking for. So it's not a rejection candle. Then this is our 5 a.m. candle. This is our 5 a.m. candle here. If this trade, if the market would have been, let's say, this, although this is not our pin bar, but if this market was not a volatile market, maybe a market that we can risk $3 and then we are good to go, would have taken this buy. But because this market is a very volatile market and any entry into this zone would really affect, in short, would have stopped us out in a very large capital. So that's why we are not in this trade. And when we have this candlestick, this is an indecision candle. This is not a candlestick telling us what to do. This candle is not telling us anything. It's just telling us that both buyers and the sellers, they are in serious battle of who is going to win. So that is why we like to avoid this market. Now, how do I enter this market? I can enter this market in two ways. The first one is I'll wait for a breakout from this zone and a retest back to it. Then I can take my buy, or I will come to 1 hour and mark out this zone. I mark out this zone here. That was my first red and green and red candle. I have this red and green candle, which is my support. Red before green is your support, while green before red is your resistance. So now we want this our support to now turn to resistance. So we have this support here. We already confirmed a support here, which is our red and our green candlestick. So we had this breakout here. So the market came back to retest it. Let's go to 15 minutes and see the retest. After we got that breakout, so the market came back, even though this is not a proper retest to us. And again, the reason why I will not take this type of trade is all this candlestick here. All this candlestick is too much. I don't like candlestick like this. I don't like all these candlesticks like this. They are too much. They are too much. So this type of market, I try very hard to avoid it. I try so hard to avoid this type of market. I like when my market comes and give me a nice retest, something like this. When you break out, something like this, and then you see, this is my red. I have a red and a green candle. A red and a green candle. Okay, it's supposed to be here. That's the height of the red. Even if the red is smaller and the green is taller, we'll use the green. If the green is shorter and the red is taller, we'll use the red. So if they are of equal size, we use them. But this is a green and a red. This is a resistance. So this is not a support. So we are not using our support is this red and this green candle. So wait for a breakout from the zone. So we had a breakout from the zone and a retest back. So you see, if you go to lower times frame, you will see the retest back for you to enter. So I like when the market is very easy to navigate through and not all this candle rejection market. So this type of zone, I like to avoid it. I just like to avoid it. So that's why I'm not using this 1 hour. If the 1 hour had come out very clean, clear and smooth, I would have taken it. But all this rejection, please, I don't like it. So I would rather prefer that I have this breakout here, this candlestick that is coming. I prefer that I have this breakout here. I have a retest back here, and then I am good to go. And for you that is asking me that where is my TP, my first TP is here, but my final TP is here. My first TP is here, and my final TP is here. So any other thing that will happen, I'll wait for a breakout and a retest. So that's just that on V25S. So we are still waiting for the market. We are not rushing. The market will eventually come to us. So let us see what is happening here on V25S. So now let's go back to our V10. This is our V10 here. We are selling, we are not buying. I'm just trying to practice some things. We are selling. because our overall trend is a downtrend. Our overall trend is a downtrend. So my friend, you already know that what I usually do is come to my weekly time frame, look for my recent break of structure, which is what I have here. I have my recent break of structure here, and then what I move to my daily time frame. And on my daily time frame, my friend, what I do is that I look for another recent break of structure on my daily time frame, and this is my recent break of structure on my daily time frame. Then I will move to my 4 hours time frame, and then I will also look for the same thing, my most recent break of structure on my 4 hours. So my friend, this is it. This buy has been buying. So now we are waiting. Even when we see this rejection candle, we don't do anything because it has not gotten to our zone here. We want the rejection to start from our zone here. If we have a rejection from this our zone here, my friend, then we can now take a sell. But for now, the rejection is not even starting from our zone. So we just have to avoid the market as much as possible. Don't worry. It may seem as though the market will not come back, but don't worry, the market will come back. Time has proven to us that no matter what, the market usually get back to the zone and give a reaction. So let's just wait for this market to come back to our zone. Then we can now join the sell, or that's we join the sell based on confirmation. We don't join the sell because we have a zone here. We join the sell based on confirmation. If there's a confirmation for us to join the sell, then we enter and continue the sell. But if there's no confirmation, my friend, we just avoid the market. So that is what we have on V10, my friend. So let's move to V75. I've been watching this V75 for some time now. On our weekly time frame, we have this break of structure, which is giving me a strong mind that this market is going to buy to this point. But what I have an obstacle here. This is my red line. My red line is telling me that I have an obstacle here. And ever since, the market has been rejecting from that obstacle on my weekly time frame. The market has been rejecting that zone. So the market is giving me a double bias, even though I know that the market will still get to this my zone. So let's move to our daily time frame, my friend. So on my daily time frame, I have this break of structure here, and this is the obstacle that I told you about on my weekly time frame. This obstacle that is why we have it as our, is it red or pink line? So because it's an obstacle, this is not our own break. Okay, let's just say the overall break of structure, this is what it is. We know we have an internal break of structure and we have the external break of structure. But my friend, I don't like to use internal and external because I don't want to confuse you. I want it to look very easy to you. So that is why my own major break of structure is here on my weekly time frame. This is where I'm looking out for. But I see, even though I'm looking out for this, but I still have this area as an obstacle. So then I move to my daily time frame. So I have it figured out and marked out from my weekly time frame. Now what happened, even though the market break out and we have this long candlestick rejection, we have this rejection candle, and we know what rejection candle means, especially when it's coming from a resistance area. So we have this market sold down here, came back again, did the same thing. But don't forget that as much as we have a resistance zone there, but we still have a break of structure here on our daily time frame, and the market has come to test it. We had a breakout, the market went up, came back and tested it. So the market is still struggling between buying and selling. So my friend, let's go to 4 hours. On my 4 hours time frame, you can see we bought this market from here. We bought it all up to this our zone here. And what will happen? We had a very nice breakout from that zone, and we have a retest back to that zone. Even though this is not our proper retest candle, but what are we looking out for, my friend? We still want this market to break this zone here. If this market can break this zone here, we have our red and our green candle, and this time around our red is the longest candle, so our breakout is going to be on the close of our red candle because our red is longer. So somebody is saying that, is this not red, green, red, green? No, right now this green has not closed. This green has not closed, so we cannot use this green for now. It's still moving, so we don't want to use any moving candle. We just want a candlestick that is already done, a candlestick that is closed that we can confirm. So for now, this red is the longest one, while the green is just touching it with the wick. So we'll mark the close of the red candlestick. So we'll wait for a breakout from that zone. We could use our 1 hour for a breakout. If we get a breakout here, then we can use our 15 minutes for a retest back, and then we can continue the buy to our zone. So where are we taking our profit? We are taking our profit here. here on this zone here. We are taking our profit here. That's our weekly zone. So we are taking our profit from our weekly zone. If this market can break out from this area and retest it, if we had a breakout here and retest it, so we'll have our profit in that area. So that is just that on V75-1S, my friend. That is what I am looking out for on V75-1S. I think I am really loving this my dark mood. It is making the old candlestick come out clear, sweet, and very sharpy. So my friend, let's get to V100S. V100S has been doing something that I don't know, and that is why I don't like to trade one pair. I don't like to trade one pair. I like to mix at least 4 to 5 pairs, so that if one is not doing, I can focus on another one. So my friend, let's move on. On our weekly time frame, we did not see any recent break of structure, so we just leave it and move to, let's clean it. Let's clean this line. We just leave it and move to our daily time frame. So on our daily time frame, my friend, we look for our break of structure. So this is our break of structure here. You see, I'm not using the week. Rather, I'm using the close. You see this close here is what I am using. So this market, I am suspecting that is looking for a way to come down to this point, because this zone, this is our daily time frame. The market did a very clean, nice, sweet breakout here, but has failed to come back to retest. So the market came back, but can we call this a retest of our zone? No, this is not the type of retest that we trade. We want a very nice retest. So what do I mean by a very nice retest? Like just something like this, something like this. Let me see. Something like this. Let's look for 4 hours. Yes, my friend, this is what I meant by a retest. We had a breakout here, and then we had a retest. We had a breakout, and then we have a retest here. And then what happened, my friend? We had a market continuation. We had a market continuation. So this is the type, and what happened is it headed to our zone. So this is the type of breakout and retest that I talked about, not the ones that we are seeing now on our V100S. So that is not the type of breakout and retest that we are looking out for. So now we want this market to give us a proper retest, coming back here and rejecting this zone. Coming back here and rejecting this zone, just like what 25-1S is doing. So that is what we are expecting. We want the market to ride all the way down to this point and reject it, and for us to now continue. So my friend, if we continue, where will our TP be? Our TP will be here. Our TP will be here. Do we have any weekly zone? No, we don't have any weekly zone. So until we have a breakout from there, and then that's when we know. But first, our TP is going to be in this area. So we are waiting for this market to come back and test this our daily time frame zone, so that we can continue our buy. So that is what we are waiting for on V100S. So we don't mind all this thing that it has been doing. It's not of our business. Anything it likes, it continue to do. We don't mind. So my friend, let's move to 4 hours, as that is the time frame that we like to trade with. So on our 4 hours time frame, we look for the same thing, which is our break of structure. So we mark out our break of structure. And my friend, what happened? Market came, break out. Our market gave us this rejection candlestick. This came back. This is the retest that we are talking about. If only the market came back and break out from this zone, our red and our green candle, which is our support. So the up here is the resistance area. So we want the market to break out. This is the short red, and the green is the long one. So we mark out the green one like this. So now we were waiting for the market to break out, so that we can have a retest on lower time frame and then continue the buy. But what happened rather, my friend? The market breaks back down, continue to sell. So which is giving us that we don't have any market here. So the market has been going up and down, up and down, up and down. So that is why we have to avoid this market. So what are we looking out for? If this market can come back here, the market already did a breakout. Let's see if this market can give us a proper retest back here. If market can give us a proper retest back here, then maybe we can join our sell and take it down to this area here, this zone here. We can now take our profit out from this zone here. So if we can get a proper rejection again from this zone, then we can take a sell down to this zone. So but for now, we are just looking at V100S. So my friend, these are the pairs that I trade personally: volatility 10 index, volatility 75-1X, volatility 25, volatility 100S, and volatility 25S. Volatility 25S used to be my favorite pair back then, but for some reasons I stopped trading it, but now I have a strategy and I think I can go back to trade it. Even if it's just one pair that you choose to trade, make sure that you have a strong hedge over it, and then you are good to go. So my friend, that is all that I have today. Thank you for staying tuned. I beg you, you should watch this video, watch it over and over, and over again, so that you can understand it very well. If you are confused, go back and see the way I'm doing it. I make it so clear, so easy for even a 5-year-old boy to start trading with. So my friend, don't rush the video, don't fast forward it. Watch it to the end, like it, favorite it, so that you can always go back to it and then go and pick your own pair and analyze. You can use it on deriv, you can use it on currency pair, you can use it on stock market, you can use it on crypto market. So you can use it to trade anything, any pair, any chart of your choice. It's just price action. So that is just what I do, my friend. And it has really been paving way for me, and I'm giving God the glory. I don't want to keep the secret to myself. That's why I'm sharing it. In case you want to join my one-on-one class, if you want me to mentor you on how to trade, you can join me. It's just 50,000 naira. You can join me. It's just 50,000 naira, and I will help you. I will hold your hand until you know how to trade, just trading a simple chart without complicating it. So that's just that, my friend. I'm going to see you next time. Stay blessed, and I'll catch you if I enter any of my trade, I will screenshot and send it to you so that you can see and see if you can also take your entry. So that is all for now, my friend. Until we meet again, remain blessed.